Alright YouTubers, welcome back to War Thunder with the Angry Nerd. And I, like almost everyone else who participated in the 2-year anniversary celebration for War Thunder, received the HE-51 B-2H Floatplane. Now, before I get started in this video too much, I would like to bring attention to the custom skins that I'm using in here. They are created by Sadoff, and I will provide a link to his War Thunder live page so that you can check it out for yourself and download some of his skins if you like them. Now, the Heinkel HE-51 was the first fighter of the reborn German Luftwaffe. It was a single-seat biplane which was produced in a number of different versions. It was developed from World War I era biplane fighters and bridged the gap until the revolutionary Bf-109 entered service and dominated Europe's skies for almost a decade. In 1931, Heinkel recruited the talented aircraft designers Walter and Siegfried Günther, and their first major design for Heinkel was the Heinkel HE-49. While this was officially an advanced trainer, in fact it was a fighter. The first prototype, the HE-49A, flew in November 1932 and was followed by 2 further prototypes, the HE-49B with a longer fuselage and the HE-49C with a revised engine. The type was ordered into production for the still secret Luftwaffe as the HE-51, the first pre-production aircraft flying in May 1933. Deliveries started in July of the next year. The HE-51 was a conventional single-bay biplane with all-metal construction and fabric covering. It was powered by a glycol-cooled BMW 6 engine with an armament of 2 7.92mm machine guns mounted above the engine. The HE-51 was intended to replace the earlier Arado AR-65, but served side by side with the slightly later AR-68. The HE-51 was outdated the day it entered service, and after an initial run of 150 production fighters, the design was switched into the modified HE-51B, with approximately 450 being built, including about 46 HE-51 B-2 floatplanes, and then finally a further 100 HE-51C light ground attack aircraft. On August 6, 1936, 6 of the HE-51s were delivered to Spain to fight in the Spanish Civil War along with the fraction of the Army in revolt. Initial operations were successful, with the Heinkels meeting and defeating a number of older biplanes of the Spanish Republican Air Force, with 4 enemy aircraft being destroyed on 18 August 1936, the first day of operations. Deliveries continued as hostilities increased, with 2 nationalist squadrons equipped by November, and the Condor Legion forming 3 squadrons of 12 aircraft each, manned by German volunteers. The time of air superiority was short-lived, with the arrival of large numbers of modern aircraft from the Soviet Union, including the I-15 biplane and the new I-16 monoplane, together with the Tupolev SB bomber, which was 110 kilometers an hour faster, or 70 miles per hour faster than the HE-51. The HE-51 proved unable to protect the Condor Legion's bombers, forcing it to switch to night operations, while also unable to intercept the much faster SB bomber. The HE-51 therefore was withdrawn from fighter duty and relegated to the ground attack role by both the Condor Legion and the Spanish rebels. It was replaced in the fighter role by the Fiat CR-32 in the Rebel Nationalist Air Force, and with the Condor Legion receiving the Messerschmitt Bf-109s from April 1937 to allow it to operate successfully in fighter operations. While a failure as a fighter, the Heinkel proved successful as a ground attack aircraft and continued to be used in that role for the remainder of the Civil War, although losses were heavy. After the war, 46 surviving aircraft would be joined by another 15 new builds and serve in the utility role in Spain until 1952. The HE-51 continued in frontline service with the Luftwaffe until 1938, with it remaining in service as an advanced trainer for the first few years of the Second World War. The experiences in Spain would prove once and for all that the days of the biplane were over, although the later model Fiat biplanes were superior to the HE-51 and continued to soldier on in the nationalist service. The I-16s were basically untouchable because of their speed. Under the right conditions, they would use their heavy armament in a quick pass and then leave. If things weren't so favorable, they simply flew away. The lesson learned by all the participants was that speed was far more important in combat than maneuverability. Now, when I received this HE-51 B-2 hydroplane or floatplane, I was initially disappointed. I was hoping for something else, but me being the eternal optimist, I was like, well, I'm just give it a shot, see how it does. And so I hopped in a few games, modified it up, and it's actually surprisingly good aircraft here in War Thunder. Alright, let's take a look at its stats. The HE-51 B-2 hydroplane is a rank 1 with a battle rating of 1.0, has a max speed of 202 miles per hour and a turn time of 15.6 seconds. It has a climb rate of 3,710 feet per minute. It comes equipped with two 7.92 millimeter machine guns with 1,000 rounds and a reload time of 15 seconds. Now let's compare that to the HE-51B1. So we can see that the HE-51B1 is a rank 1 with a battle rating of 1.0, has a max speed of 200 miles per hour and a turn time of 14.2 seconds. It has a rate of climb of 3,250 feet per minute. Now, I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but I don't understand how adding two big floats with all the air resistance that comes with that increases your max speed by 2 miles per hour and increases your rate of climb by 460 feet per minute. The only thing that's worse between these two is the turn time's a little bit worse on the hydroplane. So as we can see by comparing the stats of the two aircraft, the HE-51 B-2 hydroplane is not the dog that I thought it was going to be. It's actually pretty good to fly, but I don't see utilizing it over the regular reserve aircraft, because it will cost you to repair this plane, where it won't cost you anything to repair your reserve aircraft, and the performance is virtually the same, unless you need to land in water. But that's enough talking. Let's hop into a game and see what we can do with the HE-51 B-2 hydroplane. Alright, let's see what map we get. It's either going to be Stalingrad or Foggy Avalon. Guess that's how you pronounce it. Seems to be the only two. Well, there you go. Looks like our ground targets are stationary. Theirs will be mobile. I think we can deal with that. Everything looks pretty good. Gun targeted 500 meters because the weapons are over the engine. Using stealth. 45-minute fuel load. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Check the roll. Turn off to the right a little bit. Separate from the pack. Let's take a little look at the scan here from all angles. A5M4 down low and F2A up high. Be careful if I dive on one that I don't get dove on by somebody else, but I think I'm going to do it anyway. There's still 3Ks out. Someone's coming this way. And one thing about these machine guns is a good rate of fire, and you can hold that trigger down a good while before it overheats. Oh, I thought I had it right there. There we go. Now, if you haven't noticed, when you're firing, you get a little red circle that starts going around your reticle. If that ever makes a complete circle, your guns are overheating. Couple shots in. Six. Unintentional teammate must have shot someone down because I got the teammate award. Oh, wait. That's no good. It's a good thing you didn't stay on my tail. Keep looking there. Didn't really want to do a head-on with him, but it did get me a little bit. HE-51. Oh man, I wasn't expecting him to be stalling right there in front of me. I would have lined that up a whole lot better. It's like a give me that I just missed there. Pulled off of him to go after the HE-51 because he's a softer target. Jumped onto him because he's also softer. Line him up. There you go. Oh man, I really wanted that too. Come after them. Was going to come after the Nimrod over here because he was away from everybody else. Gotta be careful in these low tiers. These guys, they're on it, man. They're full of energy. They are balls to the wall going after folks. And you get a lot of collisions. It's not that they mean to or anything like that. It's just shit happens. You're getting used to utilizing the mouse and keyboard and controlling the aircraft and run into people sometimes. Kind of try to stay out of their way instead of, I'm getting right down here behind him. I probably shouldn't be down here. I was getting greedy because the game was about to end. Alright, Survivor, the best squad, Terror of the Sky. Alright, let's see what we did. Take a little closer look here. Alright, we picked up the Teamwork Award, the Ground Force Rescuer ×4. Win Streak ×4. The Best Squad, Fighter Hunter. Shadow Strike Streak ×4, Survivor, and Terror of the Sky. 25,323, of which 8,500 something was premium. 6 aircraft destroyed, 2 assist. First place in the team. Save this replay. You know what aggravates me lately? Hold on. Hard to type and talk. Yeah. The autosave replays. I have to cut that thing off every time. It keeps bumping some of the replays that I do want to save off. I mean, if you select don't do it, leave it that way. Why do they make it where it turns back on every time? Okay, but anyway, the HE-51 hydroplane. It's not bad, and it gives you a good reward. So, you know, although it does cost to repair it, the reward you get from it may offset that. So I know I've been bumping up my crew skills. I'm flying this last day or so. So not quite as disappointed now as I was when I first got it. But anyway, if you liked the video, like it. If you didn't, don't. Subscribe if you would. And as always, thanks for watching. Nerd out.